This would help too. This would help very, very much. Okay. Um, if you can't hear me, please let me know. Again, so if you can't hear me, I just want to let you know the show is brought to you by jazzaphrodite.com/shop for her pre-orders of her latest book that's coming out. Also, King Simon, my good buddy, he's purchased his 3-hour recording webinar. And also Miss Kimberly, a Manifest on Purpose podcast. All righty. Um, back in right now on TikTok, I've got some shorts running about the zodiac signs for the month. They're seen exclusively on Manifest on Purpose in a way that I do it totally different. And what happens is when I was talking about the sign of Leo, I mentioned in the last week the color for them to wear is blue. Well, somebody asked, well, what are the colors that are good for me? So I figured that, well, let me focus on colors and how important they are. If you're not able to hear me, please text me. But if not, I'm good. I'm going to go forward as I am. Let me tell you, my question is, what is your favorite color? And it all depends. It depends on your date of birth. It depends on your zodiac sign. But the colors are so varied now. The colors are almost into the millions. And what I mean, they're always basic colors, but there's shades of colors that come from the basic colors. I do believe there's 7 colors in the rainbow, okay? But there's various shades from the lightest to the darkest, all right? And the power of colors is great for interviews. What color should you wear? What going out on a date, do you wear a particular color? Colors have to do with overall health and things of that nature. Overall attractions. And for example, in sales and in psychology, they know colors play a major role. For example, they know in a mental institution, you don't paint the walls red. All that will do is just bring out the more excitable nature in people that are mentally challenged in that way. Um, colors have also been used in the sales. Okay. Did you know that colors that make you hungry is always in red? All right. Colors that make you thirsty are in blue. Colors that make you spend money also is in blue. Like Citibank, for example, their logo is in blue. If you look, and by the way, the most preferred attractive colors are always in the order of blue, then red, and then green. So, for example, each number rules a color. So we're in the 21st century of 2000. So how do we enter 2000? Now everything is green. Well, that's the color that rules too. Okay. So, I mean, some of these things are so obvious that we let it go by us. All right. Um, but the happiest color is yellow, believe it or not. And what happens is if you look at McDonald's, for example, what are their logos? Yellow for happiness and red for hungry. So these things are done psychologically. Don't think these corporations have put these color symbols in their logos and whatnot willy-nilly. They've either got researchers, color experts, and things like that. And especially in the world of acting, so you can, and modeling, colors have a tremendous influence in the way you do things. Okay. Now, according to the birthday, there are primary colors and secondary colors. What do I mean? Well, the date of birth that you represents that color that is primarily better for you. Your zodiac sign is your backup color, so to speak. All right. So let's say we have a person that's born on April 20th. All right. They are at 2, and then they are under the sign of Taurus. That's why you want to get some notes and take some notes, because I'm going to be listing the dates of birth as well as the zodiac sign. So you might be born under one date, but under a different sign. And what you can do is match those colors. Now, I'm no color expert, but I'm just saying there is an art to this if applied correctly. So you got colorists, people who specialize in stylists, people, so they give out those Academy Awards for wardrobe and color, cinematography, everything. This world is color. So when the first color movie came out, I think back in 1927, it's called Technicolor. And everybody was going to see it because most of that, up until that time, most of the movies was simply in black and white. All right. But then when color movies came into the scene, I can't think of any movie that you see of recent that isn't in color. I can't think of a black or white movie in the last 50 something odd years. I'm not an expert where the movies are all in black and white. No, it's all in color. So our whole world is color. In fact, there are millions of colors. If you go into a nail salon, okay, they got rows and rows of different colors, all kinds of colors you can't imagine. So yes, there are 7 colors in the rainbow, like 7 notes in the musical scale, like 7 days in the week. But there are shades of colors and then mixtures of colors. Everybody knows when you mix a red and a yellow, you get this kind of color. I think it's pink. Or when you mix this color and that color, you get green. There is an art to this. And so what happens is, for people who are trained in the art of color styles and whatnot, it makes a big difference. And so that's what I want to do. So don't forget, your primary color comes from your date of birth. And by the way, my moderator, this is her. She's born on the 2nd or the 20th, which is a 2. And when she came on last year, she came on her birthday. And as you see, she was in white. Well, that's her favorite color. All right. And then Taurus rules blue. Notice the blue lipstick. Now, I know she didn't do that to emphasize this show, but I mean, when I looked over some of the guests, I was almost starting to do shows, but I didn't want to bore you. But what I'm saying is, on a date, on an interview, on something that where you got to have the energies, as much of the feeling coming your way, is about wearing the right colors. Okay. So that's how it is. So now we're going to start with all the colors and the zodiac signs. And I'm going to list them by the dates and the signs and the best days to wear these colors. So anybody that's born on the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, or the 28th of the month, or if you come under the signs of Leo, or in a minor way Aquarius, or in a minor way Aries. So your best colors are always shades of gold and golden brown from the lightest to the darkest, yellow and orange. The secondary color, which represents the zodiac sign, would be green and crimson and blue. Also, if you are born on the, oh, by the way, the best days for people that are born on this day of the 1st and the 1st, the 10th, the 19th, the 28th, will always be on Sundays and Tuesdays. These would be the best days to sport these colors. All right. Now, number 2 people, if you're born on the 2nd or the 11th or the 20th or the 29th of the month, or you come under the constellation of Cancer, well, you'll find that all cream, greens, and whites from the lightest to the darkest. Don't forget, they got different shades of white, bright white, low white, and greens come in goodness knows how many shades, and also cream. Don't forget, these are colors in general, but then you got to go into the different shadings. And so what shade works best for you? So the secondary colors for number 2 people are blue and yellow. And the best days to really wear these colors on interviews, dates, whatever, will always be on a Monday or a Friday. Those will be the best days. Now, what happens if you happen to be a number 3 person that is born on the 3rd, the 12th, the 21st, or the 30th of the month? Or if you come under the signs of Pisces or Sagittarius, well, you'll find that all shades of purple, violet, lilac is normally very, very good for you. These tend to bring out that best in you. You'll also notice too that there's a primary, a secondary color, blue and crimson. But if you notice, I'm saying blue because really the universal color is blue. Blue skies, blue water, and that rules our heavens, and the blue water covers the earth. So that makes a lot of sense to me. So those would be the best colors. And so for number 3 persons, the best days to wear these colors, especially on interviews, arrange them on a Thursday, arrange them on a Friday, and that would probably do well. Now, if you're born under the 4th or the 13th or the 22nd or the 31st, or coming under the signs of Aquarius, in a minor way Leo, in a minor way Gemini, you'll find that electric shades of all kinds tend to be good. Like, I don't know whether, if you ever look at uh, art from Haiti, their colors are vibrant. They're bursting. You know what I'm saying? That's why I love Haitian art. You can tell them, you can look at all the paintings, but you can tell a Haitian artist to put it, there's something about it. Well, he number fours tend to have that kind of energy. Also, plaids and halftones. Also, but in a secondary color, yellow, red, and orange seem to be a backup for them. But the best days to sport these colors for a number four person would always be on a Sunday and a Monday and a Wednesday. All right. Now, let's say you got somebody born on the 5th, the 14th, or the 23rd, or you come under the signs of Gemini or Virgo. Well, you'll find that all light colors, especially glistening colors, you know what I'm saying? Like metallic grays and stuff like that. These would kind of be colors that you would find very much to your liking. We all got preferences. And so the secondary colors will be silver and gray for the most part. Now, the best days for them is always on a Wednesday and in a minor way, a Friday. So now let's say you got a number 6 person and you're born on the 6th or the 15th or the 21st of the month. Well, blues, blues from the lightest to the darkest is always the best color for number 6s, or if you're under the sign of Taurus or Libra, all righty? Those would always be the best colors for you. And the secondary colors to blue will always be pink and rose and things like that. So that tends to work very well for you. The best days for number 6 people to sport these colors are always on a Friday first, followed by a Thursday next. All right. Then you got number 7 people. Those that are born on the 7th, the 16th, or the 25th of the month. Well, they like all pastel colors. You know what I'm saying? Really pastels, that especially in the cream, greens, and white family. That is the preferred one. And if you notice, I'm a 7. And normally when I come on, I'll have pastel kind of shirts. Pastel this, pastel that. And in fact, it's closest more to Haitian colors, except the Haitian colors to me are more vibrant if you look at the artists of Haitian descent when they paint. Now, as a secondary color, their best one would be orange and silver. And the best days for number 7s to really sport these colors is always on a Monday. Like if you noticed last week on the 31st, I had a white shirt and a white tie. I've never done that before, but I felt that kind of energy because that is my day. And white is one of my colors along with green and cream. And I have shades of green shirts too I've worn on the show. Okay. And I don't have any beige shirts, but anyway, the point is that sometimes I'll use colors according to the day. All right. Because each day is ruled by a color. So if it's on a Monday or a Sunday, those would be the best days for you. Now, if you're born on the 8th or the 17th or the 26th, all coming under the signs of Capricorn or Aquarius, and in a minor way, Libra. Capricorns and Libras, Capricorns and Aquarius lean toward the more darker colors. For example, if you looked at Muhammad Ali when he was at his peak and he did a lot of his interviews, it was always in a black shirt or navy blue. It was always the darker colors, but he is not only a Capricorn, but he was born on the 17th of January of 1942 that made him a number 8 as well. So he would definitely, sometimes his jogging, but most of his interviews was always in dark colors. I mean, of course, he wore other colors too. Different. I've seen him interviews in light suits and things like that. But his primary colors was always dark. And so eight people, like Capricorns, and of course, with like dark colors, like black, navy black, blue black, stuff like that. Also violets, but their secondary colors is always grays and blues, but always leaning toward the dark colors. And their best days when on interviews or going out on dates will always be on a Saturday and a Friday. All right. Then lastly, the number 9 people. I know you've been wanting to know too. Well, your best colors are always, if you're born on the 9th, the 18th, or the 27th of the month, or if you come under the signs of Aries and Scorpio, and in a minor way, Leo. Well, red from the lightest to the darkest is always yours. And then crimson and rose, all shades from the highest, the brightest to the darkest. These are the primary colors that red people refer to. And if you look at, and it's interesting because red is governed by Mars. Mars, the color is red, and Mars governs firefighters, okay? Things like that. So, I mean, some of the things are so obvious that we have. As a backup, reds go either pink or blue or mauve, that kind of color. And anyway, their best days anytime a Aries or number 9, I should say, want to set up their colors, they should wear it on a Tuesday, and in a minor way a Sunday. All right, because this is a fire day. So that is it. And also, there's another factor too that I didn't get into is what is the numbers of the letters in your name. So if you got a person having a lot of ones in their name, they would prefer other colors too. So there's a lot. So I'm just dealing from the birth date and the zodiac sign. But if you go into, for example, if you have a person named like a Bobby, I'll take that out because that's got a lot of twos in the name. So Bobby could be born on one day, like the 8th, and wear dark colors, but also prefer the lighter colors too, because he's got a lot of twos running through his name. Because every time a number is repeated in the name, that just intensify it. All righty. So if I took my moderator, Jackie, she's got a lot of ones running through her name. So therefore, she would also prefer colors that fall in the one family, the yellows and things of that nature. So that's why this is why everybody don't dress the same. We would all be looking like clowns when we step out in the street in the morning or walking down the street. Everybody's got their own style of how they do things and wear colors. So that's the question. What color is your preferred color? And why did you choose that color? And do people, you get raves and whatnot? Here's another thing psychologically too for ladies. Lighter colors make a woman look larger, and darker colors make a woman look smaller. All right. There's so many elements to the art of colors. Um, like colors that make you spend money, colors that make you thirsty, as I said, colors that make you hungry, colors that make you happy, colors that make you angry, colors that make you sad. I mean, there is a whole spectrum in the psychological field of using colors to affect your moods. So what I'm saying is, once you understand that, it's not just the clothes you put on, but the colors that surround you too. All of this makes a big, big difference in affecting your moods, your emotions, your feelings, and a whole lot more. So anyway, I want to thank the lady that says, well, what about my color? All right. So I just said, well, let me start this off as on the topic of colors. All right. So I'm going to go to, and you can list what colors you want, what colors you like. Now, when I'm looking at the colors, don't forget, you take your date of birth, which is your main color. Well, I always like blue. Well, more than likely, you're born on the 6th, the 15th, or the 24th. In a minor way, you might be coming under Taurus or Libra. Or I like this particular color. Well, you might be born under that particular number. So I'm saying to you, you would be surprised that the colors you pick has a lot to do with your date of birth as well as your zodiac sign. All righty. So we're going to see. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I see Momo made a question. Jazz Aphrodite agree. I gave mine already. God bless. Let's give some likes. It's free. Okay. Good. Yeah. And please get these likes up. I'm beginning to find out. I kept saying, well, why they always pressing like all the time? I mean, what's up with the like me? But what I understand, it affects the algorithms, whatever that means. Okay. So, actually, when I got on this show, it was just to share about numerology. I wasn't into how many likes I got, how many hits I got. I wasn't into none of that. I wasn't into about how much money I could get. I really love what I'm doing. I really love helping humanity. That is my calling. So people might say, well, that's kind of corny, but you know what? That's what makes me happy. And that's all that counts at the end of the day. All right. And so, all right, we're going to start with Chocolate Shop Vintage. And she says, hi, Lord, my birthday is Let me see. September 29th, can you tell me about my business and romantic relationships? Yes, first of all, you will be entering a one personal year. I say you're in it already. There's some school of thoughts that says you're not quite there yet until September. So I'm going to take my version. My version says, yes, you're in a one cycle year, which is excellent for stepping out on faith, determining things that's in your own best interest, and setting the course and being. And normally, when a one cycle year or 1 month, 1 day, 1 week, whatever, this is when people get raises, promotions, go out onto their own or something of that nature. So you're definitely in it. And once you know that and since you are a Libra 2 person, your most important numbers are the 2, 7, and 6, which means your best days to step out on faith would be on Mondays and Fridays, particularly in the months of March and May, July, and October, as these are very special for you. It also tells me very finicky about your eating habits, and you'll notice that your colors from your birthday and your sign should be all cream, greens, and whites, followed by blues, because you are a Libra 2 person. All righty. So I hope that helps you. Okay. This is Brendale. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. They're Capricorn, born on January the 20th. So it must be a day for twos or something. But anyway, what happens is you know your colors are cream, green, and white. But then when you're under the sign of, well, it's kind of interesting because it all depends on the year and location you were born. On some 20th of January is Capricorn. On other 20th of January, like my astrology colleague, Kalia Washington, it's under the sign of Aquarius. So if you're under the sign of Capricorn, that means the darker colors. Blacks and blacks and navy blues and dark blues, stuff like that. If another sign of Aquarius, that means you'll throw electrical shades of colors in there too, things of that nature. But anyway, for you this year, since your birthday was last month, you are already in a 2 personal year. So this is the year you play nice, okay? B, this is the year you kind of like really, really smooth things over. Capricorns can be assertive. Capricorns know what they want. Capricorns can be forceful. But this year says you use the tact of persuasion, charm, and simply be irresistible. Okay, you'll get a whole lot more than what you want, rather than going through your routine over the past couple of years. All righty, that is for sure. All right, and that's why they say you can catch more bees with honey. Whoever came up with that meant that. And then one of the nicest things is just the art of being nice. Manners are magic. Try it. You will find out those will be some of the things you have. Your key numbers, by the way, are the 2, 7, and 8 of your Capricorn. If you're in Aquarius, it will be the 2, 7, 4, and 1. If you happen to be under the sign of Aquarius. All righty. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very, very much, Sister Maya, my September 13th poor lady. Thank you so much. She's always so supportive. Now, this is Brother Mike Harris. I swear I'm not. Here's another 2 person. He's a Capricorn too. He's not a borderline case like B or Brindalay, but he is dead into Capricorn. So he would be also carrying those same numbers, which is the 2, 7, and 6. Excuse me, 2, 7, and 8. So it means his primary colors will always be in white, green, creams, and those different shades within that color family, followed by a love of wearing darker colors. So let's say he wore a white shirt, a black suit, and a green tie. You know what I'm saying? There's all kind of ways that people hook up these colors. That's why these people in Hollywood, these wardrobe people that know how to dress and have colors, all of that is designed to evoke an emotional response, a feeling that is conveyed on the silver screen. Well, you can do it too, okay? Or can do a consultant. You're born at 22:22 in the afternoon, which means your sun is in the 9th house. That's for sure. So that means long distance travel, foreigners, foreign countries, foreign languages, and foreign ladies too. Because your birthday says, Mike, you definitely get along with the ladies, but you got to be careful of people taking advantage of you. All righty. So let's go down this way. Let's see. This is more soul knowledge CV. Wife is Aquarius, born on February the 12th. All righty. And at 2:23, they didn't say what in the morning or evening. It makes no difference. So Because this person is a 3, blue basically rules the color of 3, from the lightest to the darkest. All right. Or yes. And what, excuse me, I stand corrected. Blue rules the shade of purple from the lightest to the darkest. All right. So if you found that you like things that are blue, and especially long since you're in Aquarius with the pastel shades or electric shades, that would work well for you too. All right. And you'll find that, let's see, your key numbers are the 3, the 4, and the 1. And your best days are always on a Thursday, followed by a Sunday for best results. Now, what's happening is you should be in a 4 personal year, although the 12th is right around the corner, is not here yet. So I'm saying you've been in a 4 personal year since Jump Street. Other schools of thought will say you're not quite there. You're still in a 1, which means you still got time. Not too many days left, though, to really step out on your own and do the things you want to. But since you are in a 2 personal year, like Brindley, use charm and persuasion, and you don't have to bowl people over. Just be nice. Every now and then, everybody want to be mean. So what I'm saying is switch up, change the script, change the format, change the strategy. When a country goes to war, yeah, they go by land, air, and sea. So it all depends on which highway they got to do that. So in your case, yours is just simply being sweet, be nice, be pleasant. And again, as I say for ladies, be irresistible, which y'all know y'all can be when you want to. All right, now here I have somebody on just the reverse. This is Charlie V, and I thank her very much for the donation. She is January the 27th, which makes her an Aquarius. Now, 9 rules the fire colors, the yellows, the oranges, things like that. But then she's under the sign of Aquarius. So therefore, she might use red, but in an electric kind of fashion, the electrical shades of red, the electrical shades of yellow and orange and things of that nature. But she's a 9 person. And so it tells me that the father of your sons, you said, and sons, does that mean twins? Is that what that implies? Because I see an S of plural. But anyway, let's say I'm going to assume it's twins, all right? What it tells me is this, that the father of your children will probably either be, his background was probably in law enforcement, the military, construction, or some type of career occupation where you handle tools or machines or instruments and things like that. EMS, mechanic, uh, those kinds of things. Because you do, from your name, attract men in uniform. Okay, that's the key. So your key numbers are the 9, 4, and 1, and your son's numbers are the 1, 4, and 5. So since I'm not hearing the 5, your the father of your children could not only been a background where it's a uniform or tools, machines, or instruments, but he could have been born under the sign of Gemini or Virgo, or born on the 5th, the 14th, or the 23rd. The reason why I say that, in my long experience of doing this, normally, as a rule, the birthdays will pick up numbers from both parents. Sometimes none. Sometimes the birthday lean just an all for the mother or all for the father. That's why sight unseen, and I've done this countless times, I can tell which child favors more the mother or the father, because the child that's got more the numbers of the mother, they will say at family reunion, boy, how your mama doing? Or in the reverse of your father. So there is an art to this. There is so much to learn from this. And that's what makes it so interesting to me. So that's what I'm saying. So your best days are always on a Tuesday and a Sunday and a Wednesday. And for your boys, your son, their numbers are always on a Sunday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So you and your sons got the same days. The fact that they were born in 2009 means there might have been some challenges that year, but that's a whole nother thing for another time. Anyway, let me go back up. Let me see. Okay. My moderator says 140 people and only 61 likes. Come on, the likes are free. No excuses. No excuses. And by the way, last week, I missed a person who donated, put in Cash App. And see, I really don't get to read everything until after the show, because I don't have nobody here to help me to say, okay, Lloyd, this one, point that one. I'm doing the best I can. However, he made a reference that he felt cheated. So here's my rules. It's nice if you want to donate. I'm appreciative. I'm very thankful. But if that's how you're going to feel, don't donate unless you're called. If I call you and say, okay, I want to show the brother love, and then do that. But I don't want anybody to think that if they give money and I don't read them, that you've been shortchanged. That's not my objective. That's not why I started Live with Lloyd. I started to raise people's awareness, to help people become, as they say nowadays, the best versions of yourself. Okay. That was my agenda, and it is still my agenda. So what I'm saying is I don't want anybody to feel slighted. So maybe I'll start doing that at the beginning of each show before I start doing these sessions, to say, listen, don't donate anything unless I read you. And then if you want to donate, fine. Other than that, so what I've done is I'll try to just quickly screen through people that made donations and acknowledge, give a brief reading. But I don't want anybody to feel cheated. That is not my goal. That is not my purpose. And I like sleeping good at night, and I'm going to do that too. So I'm just saying that, but please get the likes up. If there are 140 of y'all up in this joint and you only got 61, that's like less than half. So there is no excuse, and especially when it's free. I thought we was the people that said, let me, give me, can you spare, is it free? Well, this is free, so you have no excuse not to push the buttons. For the algorithms, which don't bother me, but for my moderators, it's very important because they understand deeper things about this than I do. Me, I like reading. You know what I'm saying? This is part of what I enjoy. Plus, I'm nosy. I got issues, but I know I got issues. Okay. So this is the thing. All righty. So, okay. Now here's Khalil. Khalil Kell. Thank you. He said he paid last week. So if I miss you, it ain't nothing personal. I tried to explain to all of you that I don't get to read all of the comments until at the end of the show. And sometimes I'll try to go through everything, but I'll see I missed somebody. But I'm human. All right. But if you feel that you're going to be shortchanged, then don't send anything or donate anything until you have been read. Then if you want to say, well, let me show the brother something because you know what he's talking about, or I ain't giving up none because the brothers don't know what he's talking about, I can relate to that. All right. But I'm not in there. Okay, Khalil. Just got straight. You are a fire sign with a fire number. So since threes like purples from the lightest to the darkest, and then you're a Leo, and the red and crimson family, that combination of things will probably do you. But it tells me this: when you were young, you attracted older ladies. As you got older, they're becoming younger and from different parts of the human family or long distance relationship as well. You're in this county, they're in that county. You're in this country, they're in that country. You're in this state, they're in that state. So that's how it works. But normally you're a fire sign with a fire number, which means you have no excuse not to succeed, sir. None. None. I don't care what the circumstances is. You say, well, I ain't have no family, I ain't have no love. I don't care. Some of the people that have rose to the highest heights have some of the worst upbringing with no love, no support, no nothing. But there was something that resided inside of them. And that's why I'm saying that you got to go within. And this is why I say you think for yourself or somebody will do your thinking for you. It's how you're going to look at your half a glass of life in this world, half empty, half full, or nothing at all. And I'm saying that all of us, since if you understand that millions and millions of sperm come after one egg, and you and I are the result of that union between all those millions of sperms in one egg, you can't tell me you're not special, Khalil. This goes for everybody that's watching this show. That's my attitude. All righty. And if you take that kind of attitude, now you see why I'll pick up this phrase of the God in me, because we all have the God inside of us. We're made in God's image, his spirit. And the God in me loves the God in you by wishing you well. That's how my mother taught me. You want for other people what you want for yourself. It's simple. You don't even need a GED for that. Okay? You don't even know to go to school, first grade. It's just what you want for others, hopefully, is what you want for yourself. You can't have it both ways. You can't be mean, then you want everything for yourself. So what I'm saying is, in your case, your lucky numbers by the bed are 3, 1, and 4, and your best days are always on a Thursday first, followed by a Sunday. All right, I rest my case. Okay, good. I try to get this straight, okay? Because this is very, very important. I don't want anybody to think I'm trying to take advantage of them. But those of you who know me know that's not my style anyway. If you've really been on the regular, you know that is not my style. Okay. So anyway, Got that straight. Let's see who we got here. Um, Eddie Hendricks, okay, July 18th. Now, this is a paradoxical type of birthday in a sense of colors. 9 leans toward the red and the reddish family, the crimson and the rose family. Cancer leans toward the white family, green, greens, and whites. So, what it means is, for example, you might wear a suit with a white shirt and a red tie, something of that nature. Or you might wear a red shirt and a white tie, or something like that. Red and green, I don't think that goes together too well. Maybe a cream, I don't know. But there's some of us out here that are very gifted to know how to mix and match their colors. So primarily the main color should come from your date of birth. Your backup color should come from your zodiac sign. All righty. But this year for you is a year where you're in a 6 personal year. Now that's me. Some people have their school of thought saying you're still in a 6 personal year. So if you're still in a 6 personal year, that means you're still making adjustments. All righty. That tells me this month you're going to deal with your past. But my attitude is you are in a, did I do that right? No, 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 no. You would still be, you're in a 6 personal year now for me. But for other people, you still be in a 5 personal year. All right. Because for 2023, so I made the mistake with that. My other school of thought says you're still in a 5 personal year up until July 18th. My school of thought says you are in a 6 personal year right now, which means you've got to make adjustments, my friend, which is easy for you because your numbers are the 9, 6, and 3 anyway. So this is a good time to go back to school, Eddie. Get involved in a weight loss or exercise program if you feel you've been a little out of shape. You know what I'm saying? Get some education under your belt. Become that better person, and definitely live up to your obligations. All right. So that's how I see it. But your numbers are the 9, 6, and 3. Your best days are always on a Tuesday, followed by a Friday, followed by a Thursday, in that order. All righty. And you don't take no stuff. So you got to be careful of people trapping you into arguments, man. So for you this year, it's about moving into a home, moving out of a home, falling in love, falling out of love, all depending on what your situation has been, my friend. Okay. Okay, let's see what we got here. I did Mike. Yes, I did do Mike. Okay, good looking out. All right, let's see. We got Cheryl Lee. She is born on, I think the name Cheryl is a 19, which tells me your dad is either, or mom is either a Leo, Aries, or an Aquarius, or born on the 1st, the 4th, the 10th, the 13th, the 19th, 22nd, 20th, or 31st of the month. That's the name Cheryl. But from your birthday, what's interesting, you happen to be a Leo. And you happen to be all depending on the year and the time and the place you were born. Because some Leos on the 22nd is in Virgo, and then some Leos on the 22nd is still in the sign of Leo. They're the last vestige of Leo. They're kind of like 29 degrees into Leo, about to go into Virgo in the 1st or 2nd degree. All righty. But here's the irony of it. The irony of it is no matter whether you feel you are a Virgo or Leo, your numbers are identical. So if you're a Virgo, your numbers are the 4, 1, and 5. If you're Leo, your numbers are still the 4, 1, and 5. All of this is shown in my app, my Star 8 app that you can get on your Android or Apple Store. Just download it. ASTAR, the number 8. And so what it tells me is you're very sensitive. Now, this year says you're in a year where it is good for you, because I'm looking at it. You would be in a 3. So this year you're in a master number 11 personal year. How I did it, I took August the 22nd, put that underneath August, then I put the year on the year of 2024, not your year, but 2024, and it tells me you're in a master number 11 personal year. Well, that may not mean anything until you understand that the master number is governed by the zodiac sign of Leo. That's you, which means this is going to be an amazing year for you, depending on your mindset, depending on your attitude, also depending on circumstances too. But if you knew what I know, or know what I knew, or however you want to put it, okay, I'm saying this is your year to make a big dent in the way you're going to do things by the same time next year. That's all I'm telling you. And because it's a master number 11, which you can simplify it as a 2, that's also a relationship indicator too. Okay, blending and uniting more with people. The colors are always electric shades of colors from the lightest to the darkest. Also, I'm looking at Leo, which is crimson, Virgo, which is the kind of like light colors and things like that to wear. So these are the kind of things you might mix and match in your going out, going on dates, going on interviews, etc. All righty. Your key numbers again are the 4, 1, and 5, whether you are a Virgo or a Leo. All righty. And I thank you very, very much. By the way, since you're in a 2 personal year, now they might still say you're in a 1 personal year still. I'm saying you in a 2 personal year, master number 11. And so if you're concerned about your diet, that may explain a whole lot of things too. All righty. Okay. All right. I haven't gotten now. This was at the beginning of the show where she said you can't hear me, so I haven't heard back from her, and I know how she rolls. She's kind of like she keeps tab on what's going on. So I would say that if you can hear me, the fact she hasn't texted me back mean you can. All right, this is another 2 person. This must be a day for 2s, whatever the case is. Good day, family. This is Bayou B. Booyah B, excuse me. I would like a general outlook for the birthday, October the 2nd. Notice how many 2s, and I'm picking randomly. I'm not just saying, let me get all the 2s to prove a point. Well, you 2 would exhibit the color combination of cream, greens, and whites, followed by blues. Okay, for 6s. 6s rule blue from the lightest to the darkest. All right. So, however, you this year happen to be in a 2 personal year. Some people in the school of thought say you might still be in a 1. So if you're still in the 1, that means this is your time to step out on faith, to stand on your own, to learn how to be more independent and self-reliant. But however, in my school of thought, if you're in a 2 personal year, which is taking the month, the day, and present year you're born, present year of 2024, it means without question, this is your year where to use patience and tact and diplomacy and charm and irresistibility and just being just sweet and receptive and open and sharing and caring. All of these things will be very, very important for you. That's the best way to get what you want. Trying to bogart people is not going to work. It's not going to happen. Trying to be insistent about having it your way is not going to fly either. You're going to have to change the strategy of how to get what you want. Also, more than likely, this is a good time to work on your diet. Lose a pound or 2 if you're serious about it. And those are the things. But your key numbers are the 2, 7, and 6. And your best days are always on Monday and Fridays. All righty. So this is Kashad Johnson. All righty. And so you are on the very first day of Sagittarius, December 21st. So you're a fire sign with a fire number. So since 3 is governed by the sign of Sagittarius, and 3 rules the color blue. No, it rules the color purple. So if you have a love of purple and lavender and violet or things of that nature, that would make all the sense in the world. Now, since you are a fire number, since you are a fire number, that means you might throw in a little red on the red side, the pink, the crimson side too, to get what you want. But I tell you this, you don't look your age, all righty? And in it, it tells me that you would be the kind of person that would be very ambitious, very creative, always got something to say. God bless your soul. And so people so if you talk to your mother and father, they tell you as a child, you just talk. And in fact, when they didn't hear you, that's because you was getting in trouble in the house, writing on the walls or something like you shouldn't be doing. But at the same time, though, it does indicate, I'm only kidding. It would probably none of that. But I'm just saying that if you are that type that's always want to make something of yourself, you're born under a perfect set of conditions to do that. Because one of the traits about 3s, when you say you can't do this or that, they rise to the occasion to prove people wrong. And that's one of your gifts. So your key numbers are the 3, the 6, and the 9. And it would tell me, since you are on October the 12th, that right now this year you would be in a 5 personal year. But to some school of thoughts, they would say you're still in a 4 personal year. So if you're still in a 4 personal year, that means you still got to get your work on. You still got to meet the challenges and have a blueprint or a foundation. But to me, since you're in a 5 personal year, that means this is a year of opportunity for you to take advantage, a year to open all avenues that lead to bigger and better things for you, whatever that may be that you pursue. All righty. Okay, I want to show this. This is Q2 777. They pay for the monthly thank you, whatever they tried to check compatibilities. and ask a question, the app doesn't go to the next page. It leaves me a blank. Here's what you need to do. Please go to, I'm finding, because this is growing. That's what it is. I'm finding out. Please go to this website right here. Hold on one second. And let me do this. Hold on. Let me go here and get this out the way. Go here. Anytime you got a question with the app, because there are things they're working on. I'm beginning to find out that nothing comes out the gate perfect. But anytime you got an inquiry, and notice I'm hold up. Let me say this, so we get some things straight here too. Um, Notice, folks, I'm not afraid to admit if there's a flaw. Okay, I ain't trying to pretend everything is hunky dory rosy. Everything's got to be worked out. That's why these major apps on Apple and whatnot, they update their computers. They're always something. What they say, they're getting the bugs out, because there's bugs in all these things. All right. So I wanted to acknowledge, because maybe somebody else has a bug or two. So what I'm saying is, go to a star8llc@gmail.com. Please send it there. I will forward it to my developers ASAP. I must give them credit. They've been very good at getting back to people and resolving it. So if you Q7777 have a problem with the compatibility in that page, we want to know, because that's a bug that needs to be worked out. That's how you can help me make this app much better. Go there, star8llc@gmail, or if you have a problem downloading it from Apple or Android, just go directly to the site of star8.com to do so. All right. I just wanted to get that straight. Because I like being honest. And again, I like sleeping well at night. Okay, but that's me. Okay, let's see something here. Okay, let's get back to the comments. What I'm going to do right quick, I've got a couple of minutes, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to do a little quick thing to acknowledge people that have donated. And so I don't miss them. I don't want anybody feel they've been shortchanged. That is not my mission. Okay. I think we're at this. Okay. I'm going to start at the top. I'm going to just breathe. GTOD, thank you so much. What year did you graduate high school? I ain't telling you. Okay. I'm only kidding. I graduated. I gotta remember though. Anyway, that's interesting. Okay. This is my cousin, Tom Johnson. We are literally cousins in every sense of the world. We were reminiscing about my father. He remembered the barbershop and everything. Thanks so much, cuz, for the donation. In fact, he wants to sponsor this show that I'm extremely honored to do. I've got to work out. So if he does, he gets his props for doing so. Just D, thank you. Greetings, May, 6th of May. Blue is your color from the lightest to the darkest, because blue rules the number 6. Blue rules the sign of Taurus. So blue, from the lightest to the darkest, from baby blue, powder blue, to aqua blue, to deep velvety blue is best for you. Okay. And you're a female too, and you like red. So if you mix red and blue together, that should make for a nice combination. So you can do it this way: a dress suit with a kind of like crimson, pink, or red shirt or blouse, I should say, or do it in the reverse. You know what I'm saying? A red, because anything red always pops out. That's why that's considered the most attractive color with human beings. Red followed by blue, then followed by green. And the least attractive is yellow, but yellow makes people the happiest. Go figure. Anyway, there's a whole psychology behind colors, and I think I might get into that some more. Other than this your color, but this subconsciously, why are we always going into a particular thing and buying their products or services? Why are we always hungry when we go past there? All these corporations have figured this stuff out. So don't think they just made these things just to show off and stuff like that. Anyway, your numbers are the 6, 3, and 9. Okay, and Fridays and Thursdays are your best days. Okay, hold on one second. I want to get to everybody. I want to get to Riri. Thank you, Riri, very much. Today's your birthday. Happy birthday. I would sing, but I don't do that well. So I'm just going to say happy birthday. You being an Aquarius 5 person, it tells me 5 is air, Aquarius is air. So that means you need plenty of breathing room. That's how we deal with you. I would not want to keep you under wraps, under lock and key. That will not, somebody can try it, but they're gonna get their feelings hurt. Okay. Because one day it's now you see me, now you don't. And it also indicates that yes, 5 is the number of sex attraction, but also I try to tell women, y'all got more going than just looks on the surface. Because 5 rules the mental intellect, the mental faculty. So it would tell me you would be just as smart as you would be physically attractive. But a lot of times we men don't kind of go down the rabbit hole like we need to. We kind of get distracted by what y'all got. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm talking about too. So what I'm saying is if y'all could kind of like, maybe that's why in other countries, they cover them. Some countries like in the Middle East or whatever, cover the women so they're not distracted, which is kind of a, I know here that ain't gonna work at all. I ain't trying to tell you that. I'm trying to make a point that we men need to look further down the rabbit hole with a woman when we're dealing with them, other than like, wow, she got this, whoa, she got that, and yo, I wanna, you know what I'm saying? That kind, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so anyway, your numbers are the 5, 4, and 1, and your best days are always on a Wednesday and a Sunday, and then a minor weight Monday too. Thank you for the donation. All righty, let's see. I'm just trying to get this out the way right quick, because I've got a lot of people. Gee, boy, time goes by fast when I'm having fun. All righty, let me see. Anybody else? I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. Okay, I got Charlie V. Thanks for that donation. Let me see. Transformational Woman, April 23rd. This is a air sign with an earth, no, excuse me, an earth sign with an air number. So the 5, that rules all light colors, glistening materials, and then she's under the sign of Taurus back with blue as a secondary backup. So you might wear a kind of a glittery blouse with a blue jacket or blue suit. Listen, I am not a color coordinator, okay? I'm doing the best I can trying to describe something, but you know, by the way, hold up. Y'all want to know more? This is on my book, page 98 of my book, Numbers in You. Alrighty. Okay. So but your numbers are the 5, the 6, and the 9. And your best days are always on a Wednesday and a Friday. Alrighty. So let me do this right quick. I'm just trying to, okay. Roy Reed, my man, August the 5th. So you would like glistening colors too, buddy. Alrighty. Followed by silver and gray. So you might have a car that's in a metallic. In fact, I meant to mention that when you pick your color car, why did you pick it? This is why some people will pick this color and never pick another color. All right. And then you're under the sign of Leo. So that means all shades of gold. Look at how this come up to gold. All right. Golden brown, yellow, orange. These would be your colors. So it tells me you were probably introduced by older women when it came to Sex 101, which is none of my business. And yet at the same time, as you get older, things get younger for you. So if you deal with much younger women, but the secret of holding on to you, Roy, is that people give you breathing room. When I did your name, Roy, under the Chaldean system, which adds up to a 1, it tells me one of your parents could have either been a Leo like you, or an Aries, or an Aquarius like me, or born on the 1st, 4th, 10th, 13th, 19th, 22nd, 28th, or 31st of the month. Or you attract those, or maybe you have a daughter or whatever that comes from there, but that's you too. All right, so all the best. Thank you so much. And more soul knowledge, 444. Thank you, Uncle Lloyd. Okay, well, thank you very much too. I much appreciate that. All righty, and listen, can y'all listen to my moderator, please? So I have to hear this at the end of the show. Would y'all get them thumbs up? Get those thumbs up and press the like button. I don't know what the big deal is to have so many people saying they're in it, but don't press the like button. I mean, can y'all help a brother out, please? All right, so I don't have to have a conversation at the end of the show with my moderator, please. Okay, thank you. It's free. It's free. All right. Now, if you charge your money or want to be complaining, or something else. Okay, this is okay. Let me make sure I ain't miss nobody. Okay, this is purely say February the 5th, excuse me, September the 15th. So that means blue is the color that has dominion over the number 6 from the lightest to the darkest. followed by Virgo, which would govern all light colors, glistening colors, followed by the silver and the gray family. But it also means that you, and thanks for the donation, by the way, and it means that your key numbers are the 6, 5, and 9, and your best days are always on a Friday, Wednesday, and a Tuesday, and you were born in the wee hours of the morning. So that tells me, my friend, your son should be in about the second house, the house of Taurus or possessions. All righty. You need to go to an astrologer to consult that too. All righty. Let's see what we got here. I'm just trying to get to the end to make sure. Hi, Lady Boy. Lady Boy's been following me since Clubhouse days. Okay. Lady Boy was, thanks, Lady Boy. A Leo too. I like my Leos. I made a confession about that when I was reading. I love Leo. Well, listen. Okay. Anyway, to Q1177, please go to a star 8 LLC at Gmail. Send that to me so I can forward it to my developer, and probably within the next day or two, that matter will be straightened out. Okay. There's something they do on there, and I'm not tech savvy. So listen, that's why I have a developer. But I do understand that even with all these Microsoft and iPhones and Androids, they still update because they're working out bugs. And I mean, if they're working out bugs, please don't complain to me if I got a little shortcoming, okay? Because I know how we do sometimes. We do that. We real quick to criticize each other. Don't say that about other people. When it come to us, we really just a trigger finger with it, okay? This is Veronica Johnson. Hi, VJ. I know they probably don't call you VJ, but anyway, she's born on June the 15th. So her colors would be in the blue family, because don't forget, 6 rules blue from the lightest to the darkest. And then she's governed by Gemini, which is ruled by Mercury, which governs any light colors, shimmering colors, glistening colors, things like that. And thank you for the donation. Your key numbers, by the way, are the 6, 5, and 9, and your best days are always on a Friday, followed by a Wednesday and a Tuesday. All righty. Okay. Hold on. Let me see something. Roy says, wow, my mom is the same birthday. Okay. So that's why I said his name, Roy. See, don't forget, the name denotes not only your natural talents, gifts, skills, and abilities, but the name that you're given at birth normally indicates metaphysically, astrologically, and or numerically the birthday of the parent. Because in my mind, when I did the name Roy, they added up to a 10, which is a 1. Well, 1 stands for Leo, 1 stands for Aquarius, and in a minor way, the backup sign of Aries. Okay. So anyway, thanks for that confirmation. And that's why I've been doing this a long time. Okay. Seriously. Real talk, as they say. Okay. Anyway, this is try. Thank you very much. Thanks so much for the donation. Much appreciated. They're born 6/24. So they are a Cancer 6 person. So this is easy. 6 rules blue. That's interesting. 6 and 2s tend to dominate the show tonight. So since blue is the main color, green, greens, and whites would be the secondary color, because they're under the sign of Cancer. All right. So it's a matter of mixing these shades of colors, greater to darker, to the brightest to the darkest, whatever the case is, and they should come up with an interesting mix of how they do things for interviews, taking tests, trying to make a good impression on a first date, what to wear, things of that nature. And so your numbers are the 6, 2, and 7, and your best days are always on without question on a Friday 1st, followed by Monday 2nd. All right. So this is Venus. Here's another 2. So I shade birthday is June the 11th. So so that means I'm going to keep it simple. It's a 2. 2 rules: cream, greens, and whites family from the lightest to the darkest. Then you're under the sign of Gemini, which comes under those colors that are kind of light in their shade, things of that nature, kind of almost leaning into the beige or cream family anyway. And all colors that kind of like glisten, kind of like, got a little thing to it, like a little shine to it or sheen to it, so to speak. I think that's what they mean by glistening. And anyway, so your key numbers are the 2, 7, and 5, and your best days are always on Monday and Wednesday. And thank you so much for the donation. All right. Okay. Let me say, okay, I think I got everybody. Everybody's paid. Now, I'm going to spend about 5 more minutes going back up, and then I'm going to stop right there while I'm ahead. All right. So I do want to thank my moderator. I do want to thank all of those who tune in every week without, I mean, today was the first time I looked to see how many subscribers I got. 17,000. I thought I had, I knew I had 10,000, but I don't, but see, this is not my drive. This is not my driving force. You know how some people got to chase the bag? I'm not chasing these numbers like that. I am here to do the work that I love to do, which is help humanity. That's all. If I can help one of you, two of you, a bunch of you, then I've done my job. And that's all I am about. All of this other stuff, that's residual, but that's not my motivation. Okay. So only 19 Keys started this when I was on this show that people start donating. I don't mind. That's a nice compliment, but that's not how I started my show at all. So for the Williams family, the Myatt family, the other families, Lady Boy, all of those has been with me from what you call Jump Street. I appreciate you. Okay, so let me take about 5 more, and then I will call this an evening and give my moderator a well-deserved break. Okay, so let me see. All right. Okay. Somebody said their favorite color is blue. Good, good, good. That is good. Somebody says their favorite color. See, everybody got a color. This is like a person taking one medication doing for the whole world. No, that's not going to happen. Everybody's got different things. There's Stephen and Carol Williams out of Chicago. And don't forget to hit that like button, please, for algorithm purposes. I'm learning what this for. I'm saying, why did it get so, what's up with the likes? The likes, okay? Come on. Anyway, but I do understand now. So please help my moderators help me get to that objective. Okay, this is Lynn's. Their date of birth is July the 7th. Any advice? Yes, it's interesting. You were born in the 7th month, the 7th day, and you was conceived in the year of the 7th. You were conceived in 1978. In fact, none of my business, but you was conceived. You ask your mother, she would tell you was conceived around about late September, October of 1978. And then you got here in July of 79. All righty. But I'll show you how to do that one day. They prefer earthy tones, greens and browns, but that makes sense. You're a Cancer, and Cancer is, and 7 rules Cancer also, other than Pisces. And then that may, a backup color would be blue. But yes, the earthy tones, that would make sense. That would make all the sense in the world. But it tells me very particular. This particular year finds you in a 4 personal year. Somebody might say you're in a 3 personal year. Some school of thought means you still trying to get it together. This is a good year to expand and whatnot. But my way of looking at this is the year where you got to create a plan, a strategy, a roadmap of how you're going to do things. Helter skelter, flying by the seat of your pants is not going to cut it this year for you. Lens. Okay, you're gonna have to put in the work. But the beautiful part about the cycle you're in, the more you put in the work, the more you're compensated on the back end. Okay, so look at it like this: this is the year to plant the seeds, and then wait for the time, which is the year, because everything is not going to be overnight. But then by this time next year, you reap the harvest of what you've done. Okay, so if you can use that attitude, you'll be very good. But your numbers are the 7, 2, and 6. And Mondays and Fridays are always your best days without question. All righty. Okay, this is Lady D. Hey, Lady D, what's up? She is December 27th, which makes her a Capricorn. So therefore, she's a 9. And I know 9 leans toward the red and crimson and pink and rose family. Then she's under Capricorn. That means she leans toward, from the zodiac sign, secondary colors would be the darker colors like black and navy blue and dark blue and all that other stuff like that. So this would explain some of it. And you also tend to attract men in uniform too. And when it asks what is up for you this year, well, from my perspective, you already in a 2 personal year. It might be a master number year, or depending, master number 11, or depending on how you add it. But for my other school of thought, they say you're still in a 1 personal year. You're now starting. And if you are in a 1 personal year, it simply means, Lady D, you got to learn how to stand on your own, especially if you've been in codependent relationships. It's not going to work. But if you are in a 2 personal year, which is my school of thought, then it simply means now's the time to make adjustments. Now's the time to make adjustments, not only in your home, the workplace, but also in your lifestyle and your diet too. All right. Those things will be very important. But your key numbers are always the 9, 8, and 6. That's right. I got that right. and your best days would always be on a Tuesday first, a Saturday, and a Friday. Okay, I know it sounds backward, but that would be the order, the strategy of it. All right, let me see what we got here. This person says it makes sense. See, they're number two. It says makes sense. I only bought white cars or white phones. See, because each number rules a color. Thanks so much for that. Thanks so much for that confirmation. All righty. That is how that works. And so wearing white from, and don't forget, there are different shades of white too. Okay. There are different shades of green, different shades of blue. They're different. There are 7 colors in the rainbow, but they're the various shades. I mean, you go into a nail salon, you ladies already know that, but you better go into a nail salon and see how many colors is along the walls. And in fact, in photography, some colors pick up 1,000,000 colors. And some specialty color like Casablanca pick up 1,000,000,000 colors. So please. So I'm just saying, so if somebody says, well, and that my color, there's a lot of things to consider. This is just a general profile, okay? So you're all right. You're all right. So anyway, thank you so much. And by the way, I think more 2s and 6s have got, and they ruled the nest um, this particular interview day. But it tells me your best days are on Mondays and Sundays. By the way, you have 4 numbers. Your numbers are the 2 and 7 and 4 and 1. All righty. So this is Al Carl. Thanks so much for the donation. It's interesting. You prefer purple and red. That's good. And see, I'm looking at your name, Al, which is a 4, and that governs the sign of Aquarius. So that governs electric shades, plaids, has tones, things of that nature too. So that would kind of make sense. I'm looking at your name. Blues would also be your color because you're under the sign of Libra. Greens, and whites would be coming from your date of birth. And thank you for the donation. By the way, your numbers are the 7, 2, and 6. All righty. So Dennis Cameron, thank you so much, buddy. He is a Virgo. So he's a 9. So that tells me 9 rolls into the reddish family. Red, cream, green, rose, anything from the lightest to the darkest in that. So he might want to wear a red tie because I'm seeing the profile. It appears to be black and white, but it could be a red tie that he has on this that he's wearing. He said, let me see. Any thoughts on my birthday? 7 personal year. I got a new brand launching. I'm excited about it. Well, good for you, because this particular year for you, it all depends on it. Now, for the old school, they would say you're in an 8 personal year still, which is good for anything like that. And if that's the case, this month of February should be just what the doctor ordered. However, I'm looking at it in the fact that you're in a 7 personal year. So that tells me around late February, March, what would be this month of February will be equally the same. So it all depends. But your numbers are the 7, 5, and 6, and your best days are always on a Tuesday, a Wednesday, and a Friday. And since red is one of your colors, and then light glistening colors that come from the sign of Virgo, that would be good. And listen, whatever it is, I am excited for you, and I wish you all the best. But being in a 7 personal year says don't chase, magnetize, see on the mental screen of your mind, visualize it, because you happen to be going through the cycle I referred to in a brief way as the law of attraction. So whatever you're thinking, that's what's going to come your way. I wish you all the best in that regard, okay? Thank you. Okay, I'm just going to do about 3 more, and then I'm out of here. Somebody snuck something in at the last minute. See, Jay, I ain't fussing, Jay, but anyway, you are a Aries 4 person, born to say it's Maya Angelou, and the singer that I love. I'll think of her name at a point. But the point is this. You, since you are 4, that means all the electrical shades from the lightest to the darkest, all right? Means those plaids, those halftones that I referred to. But because you're coming under the sign of Aries, which is a 9, that means that also the backup colors or the secondary colors would be more in the red family or the reddish family. Anything a hint of rose or pink or crimson or red, all those things would be it. It also indicates you like to be different. You might be a little bit moody, but hey, that's okay. You know, we all got our moments, all right? But your key numbers are the 4, 1, and 9. And your best days are always, without exceptions, on Sunday and Tuesdays more than any other. And okay, Nicole, April the 5th of 1985. The secret to holding on to you this way, I'll put it like this. Older men when you were younger men when you get older. And I think they fall in the younger category right now. Okay. Looking at the year you're born in. And it's interesting because you're born in the year of the five. So what that tells me is that one of your parents could have been a Gemini or Virgo, born on the 5th, the 14th, or the 23rd of the month. And it also tells me that your mom and dad conceived you in July. Hold on. We're gonna do that. April, no, April, May, June, July. Yes, you were conceived in July of 1984. Okay, there's a method of how I do this. But anyway, talk to your mother, say, yeah, girl, how you know? But anyway, it just tells me that you're bright, engaging, intelligent, inquisitive, love to ask questions, but you've always been an old soul, but at the same time, you like your space. So I would tell anybody to let you breathe. Okay. Whoops, 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 whoops. Okay. Sorry about that. That was my granddaughter calling me. I'm running obviously a little behind schedule, but I'll call her right after that. But these are always your numbers, all right? So I thank you very, very much for that. Did I read you? I hope I did. Yes, I did. Okay, good, 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 good. All right. I think I've done everybody. Ronnie Mac. Okay. This is one more. Capricorn 5 person. So light colors, glistening colors, things of that nature. But Capricorns mean dark. And she says, Purple, I absolutely love black. Trying to figure out the transitions. Well, this year you are in a year of transitions, literally, according to the way I do it. You're in a 5 personal year. But some other schools of thought says you're still in a 4 personal year. And therefore, you're still going to have to put in the work, put your shoulders to the wheel. But whichever way you choose, you're going to come out on top because this year, metaphysically and numerically, favors Capricorns anyway. So you win. It's a win-win for you. It's just a matter of what you're going to do. And I do want to thank 1277 for the donation. Okay. Listen, everybody, I think that's it. I don't want to wear out I'll take one more. Okay. She'll be in a 5 first year. It's February. Okay, thank you, dear. I love Jazz Aphrodite. She stays on point, boy. With her, whoever's dealing with her, you better be on point. That's all. And I bear witness. But that's why I've got 3 online courses that's in over 99 countries around the world because of her. Over 7,000 students because of her. So forgive me if I'm a little partial to the sister, okay? Yes, and I support in all the things she do. All right, so let me take this last one. Feminine, masculine, okay, whatever that means. Anyway, August the 26th. So 8 rules, dark colors, right away, dark colors, navy blues, black, stuff like that. And then your Virgo, so that reads lightning colors, light colors, I should say, glistening or shimmering types of colors, I should say. All right, followed by silver and gray. So you might lean toward that. Or if you got a car, your car might be black or blue or shades of blue, shades of black, all depending. Do they have shades of black? I don't know about that. I think it's just black. Shades of blue, I think I know. They got a little bit more of that. But anyway, your key or most important numbers are always, without exceptions, the 8, the 6, and the 5. And your best days are always, without exceptions, on a Saturday 1st, a Friday 2nd, and a Wednesday 3rd, in that order. All righty. Yes, somebody sent me something. Okay. Listen, everybody, I want to thank you very, very much. So I got to wrap this up. I'm a little over time, so let me do this. Let me tell you what you can expect on Monday, on Wednesday's show. I'm having my guest. Let me get this off. Let me get this off, please. You hide the comments. On Wednesday, this will be my guest out of California, Richard Woods. He is a numerologist, and the brother is exceptional. He's got a platform on TikTok. Y'all should follow it. But Richard, Richard, Richard Woods is really, really a superb person. He's going to be my guest on the show. And also, I want to let you know that the February newsletter is out. So you should have it. Those of you should have it. I've also added a little twist to it this way, too, this time to make it a little bit more interesting. Some says, well, do you read your sun sign? You read your moon sign. Some say read the ascendant. Well, I touched on all the bases. So whatever you feel applies to you, work with it. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Please download my app, a Star 8 app. And if they're just you get it on platforms of Google and iPhone, should you have any concerns like the lady I showed on the screen, right there at the bottom, a Star 8 LLC at Gmail, because I've learned that nothing comes out perfect, although that's what I expected, not realizing in the real world, they got to work out bugs and kinks and stuff like that. Apple just sent something out now about your phone being taken. So, so as long as they've been around and as much money as they got behind them and a team they got behind them, they're still fixing bugs. So if I have a bug or two, work with me right now. Thank you. And you send it right there. Okay. And for those TikTok fans, you can go right there. And also for those that want to learn for numerology, this is exclusively for TikTok. It's not on my Learn from Lloyd series that I have. That's a totally different thing. This is a series just for those on TikTok. But I got to let you know that today's show has been sponsored for you by Manifest on Purpose with host Kimberly. Just go to YouTube. You can see it on the show or you can see it on our podcast, Manifest on Purpose or Kimberly, Kimballey, about the subconscious mind. And of course, my buddy, King Simon. We had a nice conversation today. It's always nice to learn from him. He's sponsoring it. And last, saving the best for last, Jazz Aphrodite, who is also taking it upon herself to sponsor this show because we want to show support. So get your orders in. I already ordered a hardcover and a soft cover. I might order some more books as gifts to family members or friends and stuff like that. You should do the same thing too. She's only printing it in limited quantity. So that in and of itself will make it a very valued item. Got to understand, if there's 1,000,001 books, that don't make no difference. But if there's only a select number of books printed, they become collector's items. You just got to be patient, go down the road of life. But I do want to thank her for sponsoring it. Thanks, King Simon. And of course, I do want to thank Miss Kimberly, Manifest on Purpose. So I guess that's it, folks. I want you all to take good care. I'll see you on Wednesday with my special guest. And thank you very, very much. And I hope you found the color thing interesting. But there's a lot to you. There's a whole lot to you. The psychology of what makes you do things, you would be surprised how colors influence your behavior from buying to eating a meal. Seriously, not just what you wear. Bye-bye. Your sun or your moon or your ascendant is in the sign of Virgo. Guess what? This is a time for you to get it together in terms of your lifestyle, your education, your relationships, your physical well-being. So for the ladies in Virgo, more than likely, y'all been thinking about fooling around with your hair some kind of way. Also for the men, you might think about that stomach is getting out there more than it needs to. I need to flatten it and begin to change diet because Virgo is the health sign anyway. Virgo is always about nutrition. So, and by the way, for Virgos, and because they love to learn, this would be an excellent month for you to take a course online. Yes, retreat, seminar, workshop. Could you hear me? Of that level, especially in the first week, because that's when you go through that period, you be very receptive, and you're searching for things, and you're going beneath the surface of things. I've ended it, right? However, as you